Okay.
Probably a tester.
Yeah. Press the start button.
Okay.
Google Hangouts live. It says it's live. So it should be going. Let me click shift refresh on the. Yep, here it is. I can see YouTube is starting. Welcome everyone. Blake, are you a tester? You should have it now. Welcome. Thanks everybody. So I'm Matt Heuser. It's really early in the United States. It's about 1:30 a.m. So we are just getting started. Everyone should have an email invite. The email invite should have a schedule in it, and it should have invitations. You should have an invitation to Lean Testing, the software. Let me try to log into that myself. LeanTesting.com. That is the way we're going to file bugs. And let me log into that myself. And every team should have your own project within Lean Testing. You'll be filing bugs for the next couple of hours, and then creating a test report at the end of that. And oh, I've got a lot of projects here now because we've got all of North America, and do we also have Oceania? I think that's going to be. Yep. Okay. Great. So got the Oceania teams too. And we've got Tamara DePaul on the live stream, and Andrew on the live stream. And Tamara is the product owner along with her colleague. I think it's Patrick, right? Hi. Is it Patrick, your colleague?
Yeah. Thank you.
Great. And the software is Roadmap. So if you are here, awesome. If you don't have the email with the information about Roadmap, let us know in the comments. We'll get it to you. And yeah, that's we're going to get started in about 3 minutes. So let's test audio controls. Andrew, can you hear us now? Andrew, I think you're muted. Oh boy, we're going to have to figure out how to get Andrew's audio up. And then I was muted. Okay. It's about that time. Tamara, how do you pronounce your last name?
My last name is pronounced DePaus.
DePaus? Okay.
Yes.
See, in the United States, we probably wouldn't have pronounced the S like it was French, right? But
yeah, probably, but in Dutch you do. And it actually means the palm.
We've only been friends for like 4 years. I should probably know that by now. But friends, like internet friends. And, and
I saw some complaints on the YouTube channel that people didn't get the email.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and we'll drop all the information in the comments.
Okay.
So if they didn't get the email, then this should help. Where is the? Why can't I? Yeah, there you go.
email is too big to post it as a comment.
Right. Yep.
Or private parts.
So let's go.
And I'm not allowed to enter web addresses. So, Misha, do you have the mailing list with all the contestants?
I don't, but I think I can edit the. I think I can edit the. Oh boy, it's all in German, of course. But I think I can edit the actual YouTube round information to add it there. Yep, looks like I can. Give me a second.
Okay. I can't post anything with a link in it.
And
It's the link with the whole email in the.
okay, ABBRECHEN. Is that save in German?
No, it's exit.
Okay, how about ANDERUNGEN space?
That's enter, but I'm not sure.
I'm gonna try it. Bam. And Durgan special Sperman. Looks like that worked. So I'll shift refresh on the World Cup YouTube, and we'll see if it has the software under test in it. Yep. Looks like it did. So shift refresh on this YouTube page, and look at the description in the bottom left, and you'll have a link to the software under test. Speaking of which, it's House, and what's Patrick's last name? I should know that.
How to pronounce Patrick's last name?
Oh, all I have is Patrick at getroadmap.com, so it's not my fault. I don't know Patrick's last name.
Good excuse.
So my last name is De Jong.
De Jong, okay.
Yeah, it basically means De Jong.
Right. So there's some funny French. There's some interesting Dutch names. They my understanding is that when Napoleon came in and said you have to have last names, some of the people picked some funny names on purpose as kind of a joke. But
yes, true.
But it's time. So
the last names.
I think it's time for us to get going. So please, 455 product owner of the software under test will give a short presentation. So Tamara and Patrick are the product owners for Get Roadmap app, and they're going to tell you all about it.
Okay. Let's start the presentation.
At the beginning, yes.
I think I first have to share the screen.
Yeah. This one. That's it. I think. Yeah. All right. So welcome everybody to the preliminaries of this Testing World Cup 2016 Oceania. I think the introductions are in order. So let's kick it off. Our roadmap. We're a Dutch company that work from this office, which is basically situated in Delft. We're a startup, and Delft is known for its blue pottery, the Delft University of Technology, and of course the painter Johan Vermeer. Is situated in the Netherlands, which is basically known for their windmills, tulips, and wooden clocks, and as most of you probably know, also Amsterdam. Which is basically a 23-hour flight from Australia to get there. Like a team of international rock stars, which have a really big passion for experience design and technology. So technology is a really big thing in our company as well. And basically, we operate in the business travel domain. Creating travel happiness is our mission, and we're reverse engineering the entire business travel experience from a frequent travel perspective, creating basically a platform that has the ability to guide, influence, connect, and inspire corporate travelers, primarily for global enterprise clients. And creating the travel happiness basically means taking the smile of this guy to this guy. It's basically an app to rule them all. Just with existing corporate travel solution systems, supplier agnostic, consumerized experience. Basically providing company-specific content during and around a traveler's trip. And our app is basically experienced as a true travel companion. And to us, it's not really about the journey. We're transporting travelers from A to B, and we focus more on the reason for traveling. Travelers achieve their trip's purpose and personal goals, are actively listening and responding to their needs in order to continuously improve our company's and their company's travel program. Travel community within both themselves and their colleagues forward. Happy travelers. We're taking away as much that comes with traveling, leaving more energy for the stuff that matters. And that stress-free and happy traveling. So, some last practical info. Since you are testing an app that is created for business travelers, a little bit to that experience. It has to travel for business. The bookings for that trip are done through a travel manager or online booking tool, automatically to the Roadmap app. So we've created a default trip, and you can expect this data to be available to you in the app. Or add to your timeline beyond the default data, please add trip segments manually. The last slide will contain some downloading URLs for the apps in case you missed it. Everyone here at Roadmap, we want to wish you good luck and thank you. So let's get things going.
We're going to do a walkthrough of the app?
Showing the presentation, so I'll try to show the last slide with the download URLs.
Okay. So we didn't really walk through the slides during the little.
No, I noticed.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
It's okay. They were mostly cool pictures of travel locations, right? I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, this is the last. What's the last slide?
Nope, not working.
No, I think it's a small delay.
Oh, there it is. Australia.
So here are the download links, which are also below the explanation in the YouTube channel. So good luck downloading it, and please feel free to ask questions.
So Akshay Sud is saying it's taking a long time to download the app. Is that usual? How long is a long time?
It should be there within a few minutes. Akshay, are you on iOS or on Android?
Let's ask him. iOS. How long is slow? How long have you been waiting?
It says more than 5 minutes. That shouldn't be the case. You have to, there is a small explanation video on the website, I think, and you have to the app to be installed. because it's not an App Store version. So to do so, you have to go to, see.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To General, in Settings, and go to Device Management. Probably see an enterprise app called Roadmap PV, and if you click that, you can allow the app to open, and that should help the problem that it takes ages.
So you're saying that they can go to Settings, Device Management, Roadmap BB, and press Allow?
Yes, correct.
So it could look like it's download. You can see the little icon. It's 99%, but it won't go to 100 until they do that.
Yeah, just go to General, Settings, Device Management.
Okay.
And then you can allow Roadmap.
I've got iOS. We'll see if I have device management. Personal hotspot notification. General. Oh, is it going to be under General?
Yes. So it's Settings, General.
Yep.
Device Management, and then Roadmap.
Settings. General. Settings, General. Oh, I can't see Roadmap under Device Management yet. Let me try it. bp.getRoad. BP?
And the download is quite slow, so
I think we continue.
so we don't have any influence on it, so yeah. Will take a bit longer than normal because it's not an App Store app.
Right. I'm going to click the download button. I'm going to agree to the terms. I'm going to click download. Install.
The device management is in Settings, General, and then scroll all the way down, and you see it in almost at the bottom. Device management.
Yeah, I don't see it yet. I clicked install. I clicked download, install. Open this page in App Store, question mark?
Yes.
Open. Let's get the App Store up.
Yes, Shane, that's correct.
Oh, it's doing something.
But you see a good tip. Mike, it says switch the settings on. That might help. So try switching the developer settings on.
Device management on
Okay, please follow the roadmap instructions to get it on your phone. Oh, it's under the sound of data BV. Would that make sense?
Yes. It also can be on the sound of data BV.
Okay, let's try this again. Boom. So if you're having delays, the good news is so's most of your competition. Download, install, open, install. Okay, and now we'll go to settings. General. And it's not in there.
It's not in there.
Download again, install, open, install.
Profile, can you find something there?
Should be below VPN.
Also can be low VPN if you don't have device management.
App Store.
So device management or profile, it depends on your iOS settings.
So we just did this. November, and it worked fine. And I've actually got that. But I have it now. Let me see here. It's happening in the chat.
If you can't see device management, look for profile. It's just on the VPN in the settings.
Nope. So what's happening for me is I click download, I click install, I click open this page in App Store open, but the App Store...
Well, the App Store shouldn't open, but the app should be installed on your phone.
Oh, good.
It is a black icon with a white circle in it and the letters RM.
On roadmap, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Right.
Like in our background on the video stream.
Huh. Not seeing it. Right.
I'm just trying to find the developer settings. Right.
So while we wait, Ashk, where do you see the 60%? Because I'm not even seeing that. Where? And try to get to a faster bandwidth connection, that might help. Well, folks, just like a real software project, all of a sudden we get the first build and we can't get it to download. I don't know if that's familiar to anyone else here, but that's a typical day in the life for me. So we do the best we can with what we have. Okay. Should be downloading now for me. But something just popped up. Nope.
Okay, I see that people are managing to download this. That's a good sign.
Oh, good. Okay, so let's meet. Let's talk about lean testing. You also should have an invitation to lean testing. Lean testing is where you're going to file your bugs. It's app.leantesting.com or just leantesting.com. Every user should have a login. Every team should have an account. So I'm looking at teams 4 Puppies in a Basket, Broken by Design, Charlie's Angels, Quest A Torah, Super Test Stars, Team Swift, Tectonic Testers, Test Pattern, and Team Wakamata. There's a whole lot of whole lot of teams here. So you should be able to log into that and file a bug with the software. I'm going to see if anybody's filed a bug yet. Hopefully not, like download taking too long. It's not. It's a known issue. Looks like nobody's filed a bug yet. But keep looking. Zero, zero, zero. Zero. Zero and zero. Nope, no bugs yet. Daniel Barrow is saying that they got locked out.
Daniel, can you please share your email address, which you tested with, and we can unlock you?
All right, and George Menjoran is asking for, are there any special functional areas you are targeting? So tell us about the app. Tell us about the specific things the users can do that we want them to be testing. What are some use cases?
Well, we want to keep it as open as possible, because if you are a traveler, you also get the app without any specifications, and we also want to know whether everything is clear. So I don't want to say too much upfront. Yeah, just try everything, try online, offline, and just act like you're a traveler and see whether you can break it.
Just imagine that you're going on a trip for your company. So basically, you have like a meeting that you need to go to, or go to a supplier and or meet colleagues in a different city from a different office. So that's basically the context in which people use this app. So they, they go to an area, city, or location that they've never been to, perhaps. They don't know what the local transport is, what works best. They don't know, what are the nice places to eat, or where can I take my clients to. So it's very business related and orientated.
So can tell me about, so it's been a while since I've used the app. Can you create new travels? Can you create meetings? Can you register airline flights? Can you register car rentals, hotels? What should they be able to do when they log in?
Yeah, so these are really great ideas that I can, if I'm thinking about, okay, what should the app be doing for me as a business traveler? I think all these kind of questions pop to mind. So it would be really interesting to see if people can actually find this functionality and test it in such a way as well. I'm really surprised to see what people find out. What we did, however, is as a business traveler, it's possible to book your trip through an online booking tool or through a travel manager. We kind of recreated this experience by loading the app with like a itinerary, but possible to manually add stuff as well. So I would invite people to try that and see how it holds together.
And just also, when you're traveling, of course, it's possible that you are not allowed to roam or that you don't have Wi-Fi. So it's also, you can see whether it works well offline. Of course, not everything will work. You should get a pop-up like, okay, you need data for this. And the manually adding of items, it's not a booking tool, so it's actually meant that, for example, if you booked a trip but it didn't appear in your itinerary, that you can add it yourself. So you won't see any prices or just adding stuff you already booked via another account. And as Patrick mentioned, there's also a demo booking in the app, which is actually the trip you are making. So it's not a demo you can remove, but it's something which your company can add for you. And I wonder how the download is going. Is everyone now able to have the app? Don't see any comments that people still are struggling, so I hope everything is okay now. Oh. Shaheen, there is a functionality that you can have navigation from your current destination to your itinerary item, but it doesn't go to like Apple or to Google Maps. In the menu, there is an option to open it, but it's not completely integrated. So you will get out of the app to the map option if you want. Non-functional testing, you can try to do it, but yeah, see whether the speed and the performance and stuff is okay. Just yeah, the main thing is try to test whether you'll be comfortable as a traveler to use the app flawlessly.
I just realized I was muted, so over the past 5 minutes, nobody's heard anything I've said. So sorry about that. So Tamara's been answering the questions in the field. But when I was at Social Text, we actually had a UK company with a server and an Australian company that was trying to get the website, and they complained that it was slow, and they complained that it was slow, and we couldn't figure it out, and it's fast for the rest of us. We're in the United States, and it's fine. What's your problem? I heard. Well, China has a big firewall, and they inspect packets that come through, and they actually we called it the Great Wall of China, the firewall of China. And not only would they inspect the packets as they would come through, they'd just drop some randomly, and some would come through and some wouldn't. They'd read every packet because of their security. So we actually changed the routing rules so that the packets would not go through China, and all of a sudden everything improves. So my guess is that is what's causing the delays, and I think that we will eventually be able to get through it, and thank you for your patience. Meanwhile, for the people that have the app, we can talk about it. It is 107 megabytes, so if you are connecting through wireless, I think iOS doesn't even do wireless downloads if it's 50 megabytes. If it's more than 50 megabytes, I think iOS doesn't do the download on Wi-Fi, on not Wi-Fi, but on a regular phone connection, at least in the United States. So
I think that is Apple generic, and we didn't realize that the app was so big. To realize.
Right. Specific area.
Download it.
So I have some bad news for Inderdip Wretch, in that they really want you to use and respond to the application as it is. So we're not going to get so basically every piece of functionality, every button you can click, everything you can see, we should be testing. And we don't have a specific checklist. We don't have a requirements document. We don't have use cases. So that's really going to be on you responding to the software. And there's a couple of ways to look at this, right? I think this is good because we could look at this as unprofessional. We need traceability. We're not going to do it unless you tell us exactly what it should do. And the other one is we got 3 hours. We really need to test the user experience, and the way to test the user doesn't have a big list of functions that he checks off. The user goes and tries to use the app, and the user's boss says, hey, you got to use this new application for your travel because it's corporate policy. And then, bam, they're in there. And maybe the HR person or the travel person has set up an itinerary for them, and they got to use it. So we're really simulating the user experience here, which is one kind of testing. I think it's valid, and I think given the amount of time we have, it's probably the right way to go. But it's going to make your job a little harder. So hope that answers the question. While we wait for more questions to roll in, let's talk to our judges. You want to do that? So Andrew, Andrew, Anna, Simon, you guys have been really quiet and patient. Why does it say there's a bunch of world test users? I don't know who those are. They're probably me accidentally logged in. But Andrew, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I couldn't read the echo, so yeah, so it looks pretty cool. I was actually just finishing up on a client site, so it's a little bit of trouble getting the microphone and all that sort of stuff working. So,
Sure.
but all good now. So I'm transitioning to my other office essentially.
So, Andrew, tell us about. I'm sorry, but I don't know you really well, and our audience knows you even less. Where are you located? How long have you been testing?
So hopefully you can see me now.
Yeah. Hey.
So I'm actually located in sunny downtown Canberra, which is the sun's just about to set now, so as you can see. So I've been testing now for 15 or 16 years. Started out as a functional tester, like all good people do, and then transitioned into test management. And now I run a testing team of about 20 odd people in Canberra. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
And you're walking out. Is that a bridge? Where are you?
It's just a building behind me.
Okay.
So it's just literally transitioning from one office to the other. So
Okay.
While I put it back on, and yeah, it's all good. So the sun's just starting to go down, so it's time to get the real testing happening.
So do you have like Wi-Fi everywhere over there? You're just on your laptop walking around?
Yeah, no, this is on my phone now. So, but yeah, we've
Okay.
got the 4G connection, which is pretty good throughput. So yeah, the video's coming through nice and clearly.
So we got a question from the field. We're going to focus mostly on usability and functional, right?
Yeah, definitely. With the time frames that we've got, for sure.
Usability and functional, because. All right, and so what do you specialize in, Andrew, in your day job? What kind of software do you test?
Well, most of the software we test in Canberra is for the government. So lots of CRMs, grant management, lots of websites as well. So a lot of, like every government organisation, we're trying to push as much as we can to be online so that it drops the cost for the consumers. So Yeah, probably our main. We tested a lot of Siebel, a lot of SAP, but then a lot of proprietary apps as well, produced by the government. So for the citizens, that's mainly not too much mobile, although we're starting to see a little bit more mobile now as the government pushes to do more with less.
So you said SAP and Siebel. That's mostly testing integrations of third-party software that's kind of bolted together along with some customization.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So it's I'm sure it's the same all around the world. I should say is that the users or end users get sold the story that this will do 80% of what you want, and you won't need to customize too much to get there. And then all of a sudden, their customizations end up being 80% and only 20% out of the box. So yeah, a lot of what we do is testing their customizations.
Sure. So what's the biggest challenge with government software, with testing government software?
I'd say the pace of change. So everything is, we want to do it yesterday and get it out, but the requirements and the quality of the builds and that sort of thing that comes through it doesn't facilitate that. So they want to be agile, but they're stuck being not agile.
What is that? Is that me?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Could be me, although I'm standing still. So.
We got a question. Is Android 7 supported? I'm sorry. I'm gonna be cutting back and forth because we gotta talk about the software, and then we gotta talk about the players and the judges and what we think is important and our advice to the team. So Tamara, is Android 7 supported?
It should be supported. I think it's just not added in lean testing. So for the meantime, just put it in the description if it's not in the drop-down list.
Yeah, Simon just answered it in the chat. Just go ahead and put the closest version, and then in the text description, write Android 7. Okay, and Shaheem Das is asking, how can I add meetings or hotels when not integrated? The page doesn't respond.
I'm not sure whether it's on iOS or Android, but there should be a plus in the top of the screen, and there you should be able to. At the bottom of the screen, and there you should be able to add.
You know what they mean by not integrated?
I hope that you. I read it as not integrated as not in the timeline yet. But if I interpret it incorrectly, please let me know.
Okay. All right. So I think we're caught up on questions. We can go back to Andrew for a minute, maybe. Let me see.
Sure.
Andrew, you still there? You dropped your video.
Yeah, I just went underneath a building for a moment, so the video was starting to struggle. So if you give me 5 minutes, I'll be back online.
Okay, no worries.
All right.
She'll be right, mate. No worries. I'm now out of Oceania expressions that I know. That is the complete list. So I've been to Auckland and Wellington before, and I've flown through. I want to say it was the Melbourne airport. It might have been Syndney, but that is the limit of my Oceania experience. Would love to change that sometime. Is Anna here?
Yes, I am.
So this funny thing for those of you who are not, for those of you watching, what will happen is that someone will go in the background. They'll be in the background for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, half an hour. They're maybe they still have their headphones in. They're probably muted. And then I say, "Hey, Joe, let's chat." And then they start talking. Of course, they're muted, right? So, Anna, welcome.
Can you listen to me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. Welcome to the show. So, this is a course. This is our most challenging continent. We have bandwidth problems, we have download problems, we have communication problems, we have latency problems where, you know, what I say is picked up 3 seconds later because the speed of light only goes so fast around the planet, right?
All right.
Thanks for everybody for playing along. So, and by the way, Anna and Andrew, we're going to have, and Tamara, a heck of a job judging as soon as this thing